Hey guys, today I'll be talking to you about phishing. What is phishing? Phishing is when a hacker sends you an email imitating to be someone or be part of some organization they aren't in order to get your information. It's different from spam mailing because the hacker specifically targets a recipient with the intent to gather important information on them. The hacker tricks you into believing the email or the link to a fake website is authentic, but they are both fake. All of the login or credit card information you enter on either the email or the web page is sent directly back to the hacker. For example, since we work with Vintage IT and get update emails like this one from them quite often, we might not suspect something close to this to be a phishing email. But if you look at it, two things raise concerns. The first being I can click on this link to go to an external website, which could be a phishing website. And two, in order to forward this message to anyone, I have the option to download external documents, and there could be malware in those external documents. I've actually been asked for my login information while on the phone with Vintage IT before. I brought this email up with staff out of concerns that it might be a phishing email. As far as I know, no other staff has been receiving these emails, and I've been receiving them for the past couple months, and they don't have a specific reason for why they're emailing me. It's usually broad topics, some related to what Testers works on with Vintage on, and some aren't. I contacted Vintage IT to verify if these are authentic emails and why I'm the only one receiving them. And two, is Steve Haynes an actual person and someone who works in their company? So these are the kinds of opportunities hackers are looking for. They trick us into clicking on a link to a phishing site or enter our login information on the fake email, since the domain names look similar to the ones that are resources for testers. If a hacker gets your login credentials, they can access Toll, and that would be a huge security concern. So, how can you be aware of phishing? If the language in the email is unprofessional and they're trying to rush you to take action, like giving you a deadline or a penalty for not following their instructions in a timely manner, this is probably a phishing email. If you receive an email with a portal maintenance request or a meeting notification message that asks you to click a link, don't do that. As far as I know, we only have an accept, reject, and maybe buttons we can click on when we receive a meeting notifications message in Outlook. And y'all use that tool very often, so you know what to look out for. And since I've worked at Testers, I have never received a portal maintenance request for Toll from an outside source where I have the option to click on a link to an external website. So if you see anything similar to that, don't click on it. Most importantly, look out for a fake domain name. It's very easy for someone who worked at Vintage to buy a domain name that looks very similar to this, and they can easily imitate someone they are not. Y'all work with Vintage, so you know who is contacting you and for what specific reason they are contacting you. So here are some safeguards against phishing. Blacklists. Blacklists are applied to online security structures to help identify phishing websites and prevent us from being able to enter them. Two-factor authentication. Always make sure to use two-factor authentication. This makes it harder for the hacker to get your details because you will have to authorize the information you enter by using a security code, and that adds an extra level of security. And that concludes my video. Thank you all very much for watching.